This happened to me back when I was working for Arby's a few years ago. It was around the holiday season and I had just finished my shift, so I decided to go play Pokemon Go for a little while. I went to my mall since it had a lot of gyms and shops. When I arrived, I noticed there was a really long line at the front of the mall. Normally this would be expected because people wanted to take pictures with Santa. However, the line was much longer than the one we'd normally have at this time of year. I found out the reason for this. It was because instead of a regular Santa being there, it was a black Santa. Now, as cool as regular Santa is, black Santa is way cooler. His charisma was sharp. I heard him guess what people wanted with such accuracy that I thought he might have been psychic. He was a natural with adults and kids alike. Not to mention, I saw some women giving him their number. Pokemon Go could wait. I had to talk to him up close. I was in line for over an hour and a half, but it was worth it. Time almost seemed to stop when he was in front of me. It was almost as if we were alone and nobody else was in the mall.
"What would you like for Christmas?"
he asked me. Words failed to pass my lips at first, but eventually I said, "Black Santa, I want a PS4. He calmly looked at me and asked,
"You want any games with that?"
"The Kingdom Hearts bundle."
"Good choice."
He then stuck out his hand for me to shake. My arm trembled as I grabbed a hold of it. His grip was firm, yet soft. When the handshake was over, it was as if time was catching up with us. It was like everything was in slow motion. All I could think to say was, thanks and goodbye. He gave me a nod and winked. Then I walked away. I glanced back to see some kids giggling at something he had said. I played Pokemon Go for a little while before the mall closed. I exited out of the mall's Macy's and called an Uber. Unfortunately for me, it was going to take him a while due to traffic. I told him that I'd be over at the Waffle House that was nearby due to how cold it was. As I walked around the mall to get there, I heard footsteps behind me.
"Race Trader!"
someone yelled. I turned around to find that 20 KKK members had appeared from the shadows. A bus was also nearby in which I could see more of them. "Excuse me?" I replied. The Grand Wizard stepped forward, then lit a cigar and took a long drag without lifting his hood.
"Don't play dumb, boy. We saw you with him. We only like our white Santas around these parts."
I rolled my eyes. I can't believe people like you guys are still around. If you don't like Black Santa, don't pay attention to him. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have somewhere to be. I tried leaving. As I did, the clan members blocked my path. "So that's how it is," I said.
"We're gonna teach you a lesson you won't soon forget,"
the Grand Wizard said. "That you're all a bunch of dumbasses? I've already learned that lesson." Enraged, the Grand Wizard ordered them to attack. There was a street broom that someone had left resting on the wall outside. I grabbed it and broke off the handle, so I had a makeshift bow staff. One of them came at me swinging a chain. I ducked their attack and knocked them out with a hard temple kick. Hearing another running from behind, I thrust my staff behind me. I heard an audible grunt of pain, and then I swung my staff behind me. It slammed the clan member across the face, sending him sliding across the street. 10 of them tried to gang up on me. I ran from them, and then up a wall where I did a backflip. Then I rotated my body like a helicopter propeller and twirled my staff. I connected with them. They flew back over 20 feet as I landed gracefully on mine.
"Not bad,"
the Grand Wizard said, having finished his cigar. He dropped the end of it on the ground, then ground it under his shoes. More members started to join him, but he told them that he wanted me to himself. "I'd get on that bus and drive away from here if I were you," I said, pointing my staff at him. In the blink of an eye, he yanked it from my hands and tried hitting me with it. I was able to evade by matrix dodging.
"I prefer hand-to-hand,"
he said, snapping it over his knee, then tossing the two halves of it aside. "Fine by me," I replied. taking a fighting stance. We stared each other down for a moment. Then he took his first swing. I caught his wrist and attempted kneeing him in his abdomen. He blocked it with his knee, then tried punching me with his other fist. I caught it and then tried pushing him back. He was trying to do the same thing. Neither of us pushed each other back. I leaned my neck back and thrust my head forward as hard as I could. He happened to have the same idea. Our heads collided. My vision doubled for a moment as me and him staggered back. It cleared just in time to see him charging at me. I caught him by surprise with a high kick and connected with his chin. I aimed a punch for his chest, but then he caught it. With almost superhuman speed, his foot was sinking into my gut. I doubled over in pain as he elbowed my back. I felt him place his foot firmly on my back. As he proclaimed his victory, I heard some words of encouragement.
Come on! You got this!
Black Santa shouted at me from the roof of Macy's. With newfound energy, I grabbed the hold of the Grand Wizard's ankle and yanked it. He lost his balance as I got to my feet via a kickflip. Infuriated, he took another swing at me. I countered with a roundhouse kick to his face. He wavered and I gave him a hard kick to his ribs, cracking them. I finished him off with a flying dragon kick to his chest. He flew back and hit the bus, denting it. One of the members yelled retreat. Then they grabbed the other fallen members, including the Grand Wizard, and got on their bus, and then drove away. I felt a hand on my shoulder after they left. I turned to see Black Santa.
You did good, kid.
He told me. Thanks, Black Santa. I'm sorry you had to see that. It's a shame some people are like that.
So true. Anyway, expect what you asked for come Christmas morning.
He whistled and I heard the sound of sleigh bells. A sleigh pulled by 9 reindeer descended from the sky. One of them had a red glowing nose.
Need a ride?
Black Santa asked. Without hesitation, I hopped in. On the way to my house, I canceled my Uber. I thanked him after he dropped me off, and then he went on his way. Christmas Day, I got a PS4 and Kingdom Hearts bundle with a picture of me and Black Santa together. And also got a note that read, "I hope you like the gifts." Then I marathoned Kingdom Hearts and had an awesome Christmas.